Hello, welcome to episode 7 of She-Fi. This week we're going to be covering Felicia Day's new book, You're Never Weird on the Internet. Almost. So in case you don't know, Felicia Day is an actress, writer, and creator. She acted in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes, she was a potential.
She was a potential Slayerette. She was also in Eureka, and she was also in Supernatural, and Dr. Horrible's blog.
Yeah.
Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. She went on to create her own web series called The Guild, which is a show about a community, a small little community of online gamers, who are all in the same guild together. And she also has, she had a YouTube channel called Geek and Sundry.
Yes.
Basically where you can watch a lot of geek-related internet shows. So
Good stuff.
Yeah. Earlier, Sarah, we were talking about how she kind of used, she got into just spending many hours a day just playing video games and then feeling kind of depressed about it, but then it turned into something good for her, and I think you said something really profound about that.
Aw. Well, yeah, she was going through this period of her life where she was just, she was acting, but she was just doing these commercials that didn't really have any meaning for her, and it was just kind of a tough time for her, but she turned it around and was able to use the knowledge that she got of gaming from all of those hours spent playing World of Warcraft to create really authentic characters and a really awesome web show. And I think that just really resonated with me, because I feel like it's really true, when you're going through a time in your life and you feel like maybe you're not getting anywhere, you've made a mistake, or you made a bad choice, and you think it's just all of this wasted time. I think so often there's actually a reason why we choose those paths, and there's something that we need to learn, and we can learn that lesson and use it to make something even better and have an experience that we never would have had otherwise.
So she also talks about how she gets really kind of socially awkward around celebrities that she idolizes. For instance, Patrick Stewart and Nichelle Nichols, who played Uhura. So it's like she kind of freaked out.
I would totally freak out if I met either of them.
Yeah, me too. I met someone who was in Caprica, which is the spin-off from Battlestar Galactica. I won't say who, but I saw her at a restaurant and she was eating a salad. And I was like, oh my god, I think I started to make a little bit of a scene because I think she heard me and felt really uncomfortable.
I once met James Franco. I didn't meet him, I saw him at a tea place in New York. And I think he saw me looking at him. I think he thought I was trying to take his picture with my phone or something, which I wasn't. But I was probably not being very cool either, so it was probably understandable.
What about the time that you saw Conan?
Yes! I saw Conan. I was walking up 8th Avenue, and I saw Conan walking the other way. And it was it took me a minute to register that it was him, so I turned, he passed me, and I turned, and it was slow motion. I did a 180 and turned around and looked at him, and I was like, that's Conan O'Brien. And for some reason, I don't know why, something caused him to look over his shoulder at the same moment that I was looking around, so we made eye contact, and he saw me, totally staring at him and being totally uncool, and it was embarrassing. But I did see Conan, so that was cool at least.
My God!
So Felicia, she made Uhura. Let me see if I can actually find that very awkward conversation. Well, I won't read the whole thing, but at the end, she just I have to go, I have to pee. Get out of the situation. She's worried about making a fool of herself, as I think most people feel when they like run into celebrities. But she said because of those experiences that she learned. This is what she said about that. Those experiences make me appreciate every interaction I have with fans of my own work at conventions. I try to go out of my way to connect with each person as much as I possibly can, despite the long lines and stifling crowds and people in cosplay with fake weapons who accidentally poke people in the eyes with rubber broadswords. Because that single moment when you get with someone you admire is so important, I never want anyone to walk away feeling mortified like I generally do when meeting someone I fan over. So.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
And you met her a couple times in person, right?
Yeah, like briefly. I'll go up to LA to go to events here and there. And I was at it's called a comedy improv. And sometimes she's there. Like every so often she'll be in the improv. Usually Sandeep Parikh, who played Zabu in The Guild, he goes there. He is in the improv a lot. But this particular improv event she attended, and at the very end, so we're leaving, right? We're leaving the show, and I see her kind of like several feet in front of me, and I decided I'm just gonna, shout out, "Hey, Felicia," and see what happens. And she responded. She's like, "Hi," very, very friendly, very approachable. And then I said something else. I think I said, "How are you?" It really isn't important, but I said something else, and she said something else, and then I said something else, and then she said something else. But then some guy was like, "Felicia, we gotta go."
Aww. Cramping your style.
Yeah. And then she was gone.
Aww.
So whatever she had to do next.
Bye, Felicia.
She seems like she'd be really approachable and really personable. Like, when I see her online or reading her book, I just really get that vibe from her. I did see Elijah Dushku at New York Comic Con, who was also in Buffy, so I guess that counts as 1 degree of separation from Felicia.
You're Buffy, right? Oh, I'm Faith.
So the foreword to the book was written by Joss Whedon, who is awesome. I love Joss Whedon. I love everything that he's ever done, basically.
That's Whedon's writing hero.
I know, me too. So yeah, he said a lot of really, I thought, just really sweet things about Felicia. Did you want to read? I think you had a passage you wanted to read?
Yes, I found this passage right here exceptionally touching. So I wanted to share. So if you haven't read the foreword, just go na 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 na. Yeah, exactly. So here's Joss. I have personal heroes, and Felicia Day is one of them. She's kind and loyal and funny and weird, but that describes a lot of my friends. She's pretty, and I want to touch her hair. But that describes, sadly, almost all of my friends, including lads. But Felicia has something few of us do. She's fierce. She's more than a self-made woman. I sometimes think she's not a human woman, that she willed herself into existence before willing the world to make a place for this new, unfathomable creation. Felicia is stronger than I am, and stranger than I am, and she double majored in math and violin. She felt compelled to tell me within 5 minutes of meeting me. I love her for all these things. I love this book because it relates, hilariously and occasionally harrowingly, how she came, or brought herself to be the singular, though double-majored creature.
Well, that's it for this episode of She-Fi. Next week, we're going to be talking about Supergirl. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and tune in for our next show. Bye.
Bye.